Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and today we welcome back a guest we had on the podcast some time ago. He came on with a very familiar young lady, T Gaines. Now he's coming on all by him lonesome. Welcome back, Kelly. Welcome back to Dudes at Ringside.
Hey man, how's it going? How you been?
Man, I had to make everything into a solo act. The jet is now a solo jet. No seats next to me. No brakes. No stopping. No limits. As that favorite song I would like to play. No limits. Nothing stops me now.
Hey man, flying solo like the man on a polo.
Yeah, man. I say this. Hulk Hogan never won the tag titles. He always got that one belt.
So. Hey, that's right.
Yeah. Tag team titles are nice, but winning the big winged eagle is always the fun thing.
I'm not a big tag team wrestling guy myself. I prefer singles matches.
Yeah. You know how I fly then.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to since the last time we hung out in the studios, Kelly?
Man, let's see. I think the last time we spoke, me and T Gaines was on the way to Tennessee. I've wrestled at AWA in Mississippi, at GCW in Mississippi. I've been at this promotion called Guardians Legacy in Panama City, Florida. They're doing great stuff, man. Like, if I could describe that show, it would have to be like a NXT style show. Like, they have all the production, everything has Guardians Legacy on it. Like, they're doing really well.
Oh wow, awesome. So what kind of, like, when it comes with your traveling and stuff like that, Kelly, like, what kind of like preparation do you have to do? Do you have to like know what gear you need for that week, or do you have to like wash the certain gear, or do you have to like know if you have to go to the grocery store to go pack a cooler to like with the snacks and the food, the lunch meat or whatever you bring with you?
Right. So I meal prep, so I don't have to worry about that aspect of stuff. But T Gaines always gets mad at me about this, but I'm bad about packing. So I'll pack the day of, like as soon as I wake up, or she'll wake me up. She's like, okay, well, you ready? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I got to pack. And then I'll pack the day, like right before I walk out the door. Everything's getting packed up then.
Oh my God, no. It's funny. I get nervous, so I panic pack the day before. T Games will be like, Joe, what'd you pack? It'd be like Elmo in that video. Here's the price of your meal. I got an M&M, and I got, Joe, why did you pack like 5 pairs of sweatpants, your basketball shorts, 5 polos? You carefully tucked your red glasses in the corner, and why is your set like taped to your bag? I never know. I may have an interview on the road.
Bro, that's hilarious.
That'll be me. I'll be panicking. I'll be like, why is your laptop so safely put in the backpack? Because that's my baby.
Oh, bro. And what's bad about it is I'm not a morning person. So when I wake up, I'm like groggy, don't want to get up, don't want to do anything. And one time, it's funny because me and T Gaines, when we was traveling to a place, I got ready like in 3 minutes, and it took her like an hour or two to get ready. And like, she's always like, what in the world? How? I'm like, yeah, it's me, baby. I just wake up, comb the hair, and ready to go.
Have you ever had to travel with T Gaines and with Emily Locke, or just you two?
I have not. I don't think I would want to. I don't think that would be a good thing.
Oh God, imagine the back seat. Emily Locke's in the back seat. Like, do you guys have a cord in here? I gotta charge my phone.
Oh yeah, it would be a sassy experience, that's for sure.
Is there Wi-Fi in this car? Like, hello, I could see it. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Emily. I can already see the comments. How dare you guys being mean to me on your podcast? I'm glad that she didn't just pop in like that last.
Oh yeah, like the last time.
I'm waiting to see her lovely face to pop up. I'm gonna be like, oh, Emily Locke's back again. Another podcast about me, and I wasn't invited.
Oh man, bro, she be going at it for sure. That's for sure.
I this time the hands will stay up because don't want to get like absolutely mauled. Even though, yeah. So have you ever like got get in like been in a match with like I know you tagged with T Gaines. Have you ever gotten in a match? Been in a match with her?
Yeah, we have. We had our little brawls here and there. She's actually the very first female wrestler I've ever had the chance to wrestle against, and we always have fun when we wrestle. It's very a good experience. Like she's very fun to work with. She's very creative, and the stuff that she does with her legs is very easy to play with and stuff. Like there's so much that you can do with it.
That's always a positive because if there's like a wrestler that you know that you could be very, very good, like interacting with in the ring, that always makes the match. As a fan, I am for like since I was a little kid, watching certain matches and watching like the interact with the interactor interaction. We know English here on Dudes Ringside, and there's no alcohol in my system. It's just hot as blue blazes here in Pennsylvania. It's disgusting. Probably hot by you too, Tiki, Kelly. But
Oh yeah.
like watching an interaction between two wrestlers is always the best because it's like watching a ballet. You have to make sure everybody's on the same page. You know what I mean,
Right.
Kelly?
Oh yeah, it's like when you watch Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart wrestle, you know it's going to be a banger. Those two guys work really well together. Another two guys that work really well together, and these are like local guys in my area, is Cali Man and Suicidal Soldier. Those guys, they're top notch for sure.
That's important because there's like a lot of wrestlers that normally don't like they don't they don't talk to each other before a match. So like when you find out your opponent, are you the type of person that like goes on Instagram and like not saying stuff like goes in and gets all your info before you even message the person?
Well, if I'm working someone I don't know, I definitely like to go and watch what they do because I feel like what we do it's a very good thing to know who you're going against, what their style is, what things they don't like, what things they do like, because that's where the part comes in of working together and making something that's amazing and making magic.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I've seen matches that in a small venue and it seems like the wrestlers really just had 2 seconds to be able to talk everything out.
Oh
So
yeah.
have you ever been in an arena that you when you looked at it on the camera on the Google going, okay, this is going to be a nice show, and you get to the event and you're like, oh no.
Oh, I'm not going to say the promotion, but I had one recently. Yes.
Oh no.
But there has been shows too where you're like, oh, this is going to be a bad experience. And then it's like one of the best experiences ever.
Mm.
Like,
Like, do you have any stories that won't get you in trouble that are funny that will make you go, oh boy?
so that won't get me in trouble.
Yeah, don't get
Well,
yourself in trouble, Mr. Personality.
yeah. So when we went wrestled in Tennessee, we wrestled at a promotion. And while I'm in there, it's like 2 minutes before bell time. And I'm looking at the crowd and I'm like, there's only like 3 people in here. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, what are we doing here? And then next thing you know, he was like, just wait. And then like a horn goes off, bro. When the horn goes off, people came flooding in. There was like 200 to 300 people in the building, bro. It was
Whoa.
insane. Yes. I'm like, what is going on? And what's bad about it is it was at a junkyard inside like a army thing. And I'm like, bro, what do we get ourselves into?
Wow, an army like an arm was that like do you think it was like them telling them they can get they came out of dinner and they came out into the mess room or wherever you guys were wrestling?
I guess, or it's like, the church bells, when the church bells go off, it's time for church. I guess it's like that. People love wrestling so much there. When the bells go off, it's time for wrestling.
Oh, people, everybody, you get it's like armor hot dogs. All different types of people eat armor hot dogs. I guess a lot of different people love professional wrestling in the army community.
Yeah.
I keep our men's in service happy.
Yeah, bro. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. When you travel to these shows, do you ever collect anything from any of the venues that you've been at?
So if we're in like a hardcore match or anything like that, I definitely like collecting stuff. Like I got some sheet metal pans that me and Callie used in our match. I've been having a lot of fans just give me stuff. Like I had a little girl hand me a Tinkerbell keychain. I had fans draw me pictures and anime styles, just draw little photos of me while I'm in the ring. So I always keep everything that everybody gives me because I just want the memories for when I get older. I can look back and feel like I've done something for somebody.
That's the best part of it, Kelly, because like back in the day when I was a kid, there was really no way of getting, unless you really had a friend or you went to like a Walmart or like a CVS and you had those disposable cameras, you can get the person, give them a picture that you took.
Right.
Or like you have a friend that really is a handy artist and just draw it. But nowadays there's a social media and the internet. Like what does it feel like looking back on like some of your original matches? Have you ever gone back and watched some of your original matches?
I try not to because they're pretty bad, but when I first started wrestling, I was called Kid Cyclone, and I did a very Adrian Street flamboyant gimmick. And when I watched back, and I'm like, man, I was so bad, bro. Like, it's embarrassing. If I could go back and like report them videos so they get taken down, I would. Like, I so would.
Mm.
Like, what I am now is like a million times better than what I was, and like I'm just gonna keep growing and keep doing me.
Awesome. So like if my fans want to go out and pick up some Mr. Personality merch, like I know last time you had like T Gain said you had the most merch on the table. So like how could, if my fans are like from the East Coast, like the PA, New York people that want to get some of your merch, Kelly, how can they find it?
So you can just message me. I have every picture of all my merch, of everything I got. And you just message me on Facebook or Instagram, Kelly Klark on my Facebook or Kelly Klark _ on Instagram. Message me, tell me where you're at, tell me what you want, send the money, and I'll ship it to you.
Awesome. If there's any kids that are just getting into the wrestling business and they just feel, they don't feel like this is their bag, they don't feel like they belong, what kind of advice would you have for them?
I feel like in wrestling, there's a place for everybody. Even if it's not in the ring and performing inside the ring, there's referees. We always need referees. We always need camera crew. We always need photographers. We need ring setup people. We need somebody that sells the tickets at the door. We need people that advertise. There's always something that somebody can do for wrestling. If you feel like a certain spot ain't for you, that's okay because there's like 1,000 others that you could try out for.
Awesome. Kelly, I want to thank you so much for coming back on the podcast. It really means a lot. Before we go, if my fans want to come to any of your upcoming shows, there you go. It's time to name drop.
I got you, man. Hold on. Let me pull up my handy dandy book right here. So, July 6th, I've got Guardians Legacy in Panama City, Florida. July 13th, I'm going to be doing a double header. I'll be at Aware Pro Wrestling at Newton, Georgia. And then I'm going to head all the way to Enterprise, Alabama for XWX Pro Wrestling. And then we got July 20th, I'll be at CWF. That'll also be in Florida. And then July 27th, I'll be at Hardway Wrestling Alliance in Payville, Georgia.
Awesome. Mr. Kelly, Mr. Personality, I want to thank you so much for coming back on the podcast. Please tell your wrestling friends, and
I will, man.
just remember, good luck on your wrestling journey. And whenever you want to come back on, please let me know. I'd be honored to have you back here on Dudes at Ringside for the third time. No.
Yeah, hey, I'm down, man. Kelly, Mr. Personality, Kelly Klark the third.
Yep, of course. I'm Joe Panther the third.
Mr. Personality, Kelly Klark.
And we will catch you in the next one.